Good morning, thanks for joining me. I hope everybody's well today. Today I want to introduce you to Lord Malcolm. If you had asked me a year ago what would be my dream home gadget to be sent to test for a YouTube review, a robot vacuum would have been pretty high up that list, if not at the top. So I was very excited when the people from Ecovacs contacted me and asked me if I would like to put their top of the range Deebot N8 Plus vacuum through his paces. I've been interested in robot vacuums ever since they became a thing. I've always quite fancied having one. I've got as far as reading reviews and checking them out and thinking, should I get one? And I've never quite got round to buying one, although, as I say, I've always fancied one. And I think there's a few reasons for this. I've never known anybody who's had a robot vacuum for a start, so I've never actually seen one in action. And I was worried because I felt like most robot vacuums seem to only be suitable for hard floors. And although I have some hard floors in my house, I have the vast majority of my house, 80% of it I would say, is carpeted. And I felt like perhaps from what I'd read, they didn't perform as brilliantly on carpets as they did on hard floors. So that was one issue. My other issue, which is possibly ridiculous I guess, was that they're round rather than square. So I thought, how do they do edges and get in? They can't get into corners, so they can only do the middle of floors. We'll come back to that. The other issue I had was that I was concerned that it would throw itself down the stairs. I've got a very open plan house with staircases going down from the main rooms. I can't shut the door so it can't get to the staircase type of thing. So I was worried that it would launch itself down the stairs and have a horrible accident. So that was another issue that I had. So I think those are the reasons that I haven't ever actually pressed the trigger, so to speak, and got myself one. But I've now had Lord Malcolm, as we've named Deebot N8 Plus, for about 3 weeks, and I've definitely put him through his paces, tried him out, and today I'm going to talk to you all about him. I will introduce you to him very shortly, but first of all, he comes with a fairly succinct instruction manual, which is good because I don't want to read loads of instructions. And I must say, this was super simple. It was really simple to set him up. He's operated by, I call him he. I guess he should probably be a she. I don't know, he just seems like a he. We'll go with he, we'll keep him in as a male. He's operated with an app from your phone, and when I first saw that, I'm not going to lie, my heart sank a little bit. I thought, oh God, I'm not sure I can do it. I'm not too techy. Well, am I going to be able to fix it and connect it to the Wi-Fi and all of that? And do you know what? I managed to do it first time. I did have Ashley on standby in case I wasn't able to do it, but it's super simple. It also comes with this card, which basically gives you a super simple step-by-step as to how to get started with him. So first of all, you just scan the QR code and download the app. He also works, I should say, with, if you've got Alexa, I haven't got Alexa, but if you have, sorry, I've just set yours off if you have. If you have, he operates from that as well, so you can voice control him, which is great. But yeah, the setup was an absolute breeze, which immediately pleased me because that's not always the case when you get a new gadget, is it? Right, I think at this point we'll go and introduce you to Lord Malcolm himself. So this is Lord Malcolm. This is his station, his home. I don't know quite what you call it, a station, I guess. Yes, it's his home station that he comes back to when he's finished his work, and this is his charging point as well. So as you can see, he's round. This is his water tank because, yes, not only does Lord Malcolm hoover, he mops as well. Yay for that. Not only does he mop and hoover, he empties himself. He auto empties. When he finishes cleaning and he comes back to his docking station, he empties himself. It makes a big noise, and in here, as you will see, there is a dust bag. You can get new ones from Amazon. I haven't filled mine up yet. I've had them for 3 weeks and it's got plenty of room still, so I don't know how long they last for, but it's certainly nowhere near full yet. But he empties himself and it all goes into here, so you don't have the tedious job of emptying it every time it comes back manually, every time it comes back to the station, which is brilliant. I really like that aspect of it. Now let's just take him off here a second. He might not like it. As you can see, I'm going to turn him over. Let's pop you upside down a second, Milk. As you can see, he has these nifty little brushes, and all the time he is cleaning, these spin. And when they spin, they get into all the angles and corners and sweep up everything, all the debris from the carpet or the hard floor underneath him. So that's how he gets into angles and corners. And I didn't realise that about these robot vacuums, so I just wanted to show you that as well. So yeah, that's where he lives, and let me pop him back and then I'll turn the camera back to me and tell you a little bit more about him before I show you him in operation. So the way Lord Malcolm works is that you can operate him from your phone. As I said, I just wanted to show you that actually. When I just lifted him up off the floor and turned him upside down to show you his brushes, it sends me a little text message. Can you see that at the top? Not a text message, a notification. I don't know if you can read that at the top, it might focus. It says that he is off the floor. So if, for example, he's come across a object that he can't get around or over, or has tipped himself, or it will notify me that he's off the floor, so I can go and sort him out if I'm not in the same room as him. And the way he works is he maps your floor, your floor space, your room, the layout of your house, so he knows where he's going. Very, very clever. I'll show you in a minute on the app. It will show you the little map. You can also set him to auto clean overnight when you're in bed. You can set him to clean at a certain time every day, or when you're out at work, which I think is brilliant. Or if you don't want him to do it every day, you can just set him off when you feel like it. He's self-emptying. I've already told you that. He does mopping. He has a little, to convert him to mopping is super easy. You just pop out the back container, fill it with water and add his mop attachment to the bottom. Really simple and easy to do. I think I've got a little bit of footage of him mopping in the kitchen, which I'll put in a second. Right, sure you've heard enough from me. Let's go and see him in operation. Oh, I forgot to mention, he talks as well. I've got my app here, and I just do enter smart cleaning like so. And that shows you the map of my room, which he's already made, with various little dots on it, which is bits of stuff, the tables and furniture and what have you. And then we go into auto.
Locating. Please wait.
And off he goes to do some cleaning. You can also see here how long he's been cleaning for, the amount of area that he's cleaned. And now I'm going to call him back to his charger. So we press this button here and return to charging dock.
Returning to charge. Starting charging. Emptying the dustbin.
So now you've seen Malcolm in action, so to speak, I just wanted to go back to the issues that I had. when I talked about the reasons that I hadn't bought myself a robot vacuum previously. And the first one was that it wouldn't clean well on carpet. He cleans brilliantly on carpet, much better than I thought. I've put big pieces of stuff out and he seems to gobble those up as well as the smaller bits and pieces as well. As for going into corners, we already covered that with the brushes. He seems to do quite well with angles and corners, and seems to, certainly there's not big piles of stuff left in corners where he hasn't managed to catch stuff. And then with regards to him throwing himself down the stairs kamikaze fashion, he doesn't do it. He recognises when he gets to the staircase and comes back. On that same note, I must tell you that when he's mopping, obviously my kitchen is open plan and it doesn't have a door, so I can lock him into the kitchen to mop. So I was concerned that he would go onto the carpet while he was mopping and wet the carpet. No, no, no. Lord Malcolm knows not to go on the carpet when he's in mop mode. He knows it's only for hard floors, and it was fascinating. He only comes up to the carpet. As soon as he detects it's carpet, he turns round again. Absolutely brilliant. I couldn't believe it. I thought that was so, so clever. The other thing that you will have seen in the footage is that change of levels doesn't faze him at all. On my rug, he can go up and down onto the, I assumed that the rug, because it's like that far off the carpet, I assumed that would stop him going up it. But no, he can deal with that absolutely fine, and he trundles up and down, and that doesn't seem to faze him at all. Absolutely fine. So, my final thoughts on my new friend, Lord Malcolm. I am super pleased with him. He is obviously a top of the range robot vac. You don't have to empty him every time. He does mopping as well. He does the room mapping. But my favourite things about him are he was so easy to set up. I don't like anything that's complicated, and I generally find anything that has to connect to my Wi-Fi, for example my new television, was problematic getting that to work. Not problematic, but difficult and time consuming. This, we plugged it in, and within 5 minutes I had him up and running, doing all the things he should do with the app on my phone. Just super simple, really nice, clear instruction manual. That's one of the things that I like. So often these days you don't even get an instruction manual, do you? It's on, you have to go online, or it's on a CD-ROM, probably not a CD-ROM anymore, but you know, you don't get the instructions. So that was nice to get. And this startup guide was great. You know, that was a real simple cheats guide type of thing. He does a really good job of cleaning. I like the fact you can time him, set him to do it when you're not here, if that's what you want, or overnight. I like the fact he empties himself, because emptying him every time he'd done a cleaning rotation would be quite tedious. And as I say, I haven't had to empty that bag yet, and I've had him 3 weeks. So yes, all good. Now, he is not cheap. Lord Malcolm does not come cheap, but he is a top of the range robot. I have linked him in the description box below. He's available to buy from Amazon. So if you are interested, do go and have a look at that with all the specs and information and what have you. I love Lord Malcolm. He's a very welcome new addition to our family. We're very happy with him. Even Ashley quite likes him. So thank you very much to Ecovacs for sending me Lord Malcolm to try out and review for you. I have very much enjoyed getting to know him and all his capabilities. And yeah, I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.